Hey guys, it's Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today's video is going to be my first update for my Panning 2022. This is a project, well, not really a project, but it's something that at the end of last year, I pulled a few items that I wanted to work on in 2022. And I did this video at the end of November. So I should have done an update last month, but I honestly completely forgot about this until I was I had finished some items and I was reaching into this bag for items to like refill my usage, and then I realized this bag is kind of feeling empty. Have I done an update on this? And then I went through my videos and I haven't had one since that introduction back in November. So I'm well overdue for an update. I do have 11 items that I have completed, so I don't foresee my next update having these many empties, just because I feel like all these items right now are from too long of a period of time, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start with some that you guys might have already seen, because like I said, I completely forgot about this update, and you would have seen them in my monthly empties videos, just because I tend to use put non-project pan items into that empties, but again, I forgot about this video. So let me just separate those real quick, because like I said, you guys have already seen them, and so it's really pointless for me to share with you guys like too long with these. I think it's just 4 items. For sure it's 3 eyeliners. The first one is one I think that you guys did see, and it's from Kat Von D. This is a tattoo liner in the color Trooper. This is a brush tip applicator, and it's one of those that I told you guys the brush was already all destroyed because I tried to flip it, but it didn't work out. And so one of you guys told me that you can only do that with felt tip liners. So now I know that for future reference. And then another eyeliner that I finished was this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Perversion. I know you guys saw that. This looks pretty big right now. The bottom already spins. Somebody told me that I could tape it and get more use out of it, but I mean, I'm okay with how much product I use, so that's that. And then another eyeliner from Marc Jacobs. This was in a dark brown shade. This is the Highliner, I think it's called. Yeah, in the color Earthquake. It was just a matte brown. Why is my eye so red? What on earth? That's weird. Getting pink eye. So yeah, that's that one. And then I think you guys might have seen this in an empties video. I don't remember if I showed it. I could have just checked, but I didn't. But this is the Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer. I enjoyed this, but it's not something that I would go out and purchase. I think this is a moisturizing primer. It's silicone free. It's supposed to be correcting primer, but it's not like it's not a colorful. It's just a clear primer. It worked fine, like I said, but it's not something that I would go out of my way to repurchase. So I think those are the items that you guys have seen. Now for the new stuff, let's continue with eye stuff, shall we? I finished another eyeliner. This is from Makeup Forever. This was just a black liner. This one did sharpen all the way to the bottom. I just have the smallest nubbin left. And I used this up while I was on vacation. I did a very simple look. I like to keep my makeup very minimal when I travel. And so I was just doing a simple winged liner with mascara, and that was it. And that's how I used it up. This one was maybe about, I don't know, like that big or something. It was already almost on its way out, and that's why I wanted to take it on vacation, because I knew that if I used it every day while I was on vacation, that I'd be able to finish it. So I'm happy with that. Then I used up 3 primers. Yeah, 3 primers. The first one is one from Milk Makeup. This is the Hydro Grip Primer. Love this primer. I did buy one from e.l.f. that's supposed to be a dupe, I think. So I'm excited to see how well that one works compared to this one. But this one, I loved it. I would even consider buying this in the full size. Truly, truly do enjoy it. Then I finished one from Tarte. This is the Shape Tape Pore and Prime Balm. And this was one of those that you have to kind of like dig it out with your nail or a spatula. I guess with the full size, I guess it comes with a spatula. I don't know. But I really enjoyed this one. This one is something that I would consider buying in the full size. It was very reminiscent of the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Really, really enjoy that one. And then something that I used up that I was kind of surprised I went through it so quickly. It's the Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer. I think this is a dupe for the Becca, oh my gosh, Shimmering Skin Perfector? Is that what it's called? The primer? Of course, I looked this up. It's been discontinued. I got my little beauty spatula and I scraped out the sides as much as I could. As you guys can see, it's pretty clean out there. I really enjoyed this one. This one definitely had gone bad. It smells really plasticky, but I used it up. It didn't break me out or anything. So even though it's probably well expired, because I'm telling you guys it smells disgusting, I still used it. So bring on the comment section about how bad it is to use the expired products. I used up one eyeshadow, very excited, and it's from MAC. This is in the shade The Wrong Man. This is a satin eyeshadow, but really it was a matte shade. It had hardly any pigment. It was supposed to be a pinky shade, but I used it to set my eyeshadow primer. So this has 1.5 grams, and so it took me about 3 months to use this guy up. I used a big fluffy brush, and yeah, I'm glad that I used it up, and I got a single out of my collection, so that's that. Then I used up a face powder. This is from the Sephora brand. This is the Micro Smooth powder in the color 25 medium. I love this powder. It's not advertised as a powder foundation, but I really think it is. It has great coverage. It's super smooth. It doesn't make your face look powdery or chalky or cakey or anything like that. Blends really nice my makeup. It was a really good match for me. This is a baked product, so this is just the clay tile on it. I do have two, maybe just one backup of this one. I bought it last year when Sephora was having their 40% off the Sephora collection. So I went ahead and picked up a new one. I love this powder. Hopefully they won't discontinue it because I think it's great. And then lastly, for the products that I used up, running out of breath, I used up my Patrick Ta for brows, what is this called? Shaping wax that I hated. I absolutely hated it. And finally I used it up. Let me show you guys what it looks like. So you can definitely tell that there's product here on the corners right here, but I'm okay with leaving it as is. It's a lot of work to get this product to work. Once it's on the brows, it looks really nice. My problem with this product is how it works. So you're supposed to either wet your spoolie or your brush, whatever you're using, or wet the product, and then to activate the medium, that's the ingredients that are in here, and then that's how you pick it up and then you put it on your brows. Your brows look great once you use it, but that added step of having to have an extra spoolie and a setting spray. I was using the Maracuja facial mist from Tarte just because I had a little sample and might as well just use it. But it's not, I don't like it enough for me to warrant the extra effort that it takes to use it up. I'm so glad I didn't buy, I was gonna buy the dupe from e.l.f. But once I started working on it, and I was like, this is just too much work. I was like, no thanks. I know Makeup Revolution has one as well, and even the packaging looks very similar, but yeah, no thanks. I wrote the price back here. It's $22 full size, and it's not worth it. I'm so sorry. To me, it's not worth it. So those are the items that I've used up. Now let me show you guys the products that I'm currently working on. Something that, some things you might have seen recently because I just started a new Project 10 pan. And it would be this eyeliner. This is the Tarte Sex Kitten eyeliner. I am wearing it today. It seems to have worked fine. So I've only used this a handful of times. I like it enough. We'll see how well it works. Then I have the two foundations that are in my Partners in Cream project pan. And it's these two, the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation and the L'Oreal True Match foundation. One is too light, one is too dark. I mix them together to give me my perfect shade. This one is almost done. Unfortunately, the packaging on this one, the plastic is very hard, but I feel like I'm like way just down to here. I think the last time I have one more use of this one that I used to make a batch of my perfect shade, but this one, however, it doesn't matter how long I let it sit like this, it never settles. So I'm not gonna know how much I have until nothing comes out and I use a little spatula. But for now, I know for a fact I'm gonna use this one up first before I use up this one. Then I have this trio slash quad. I call it a trio because it has a black eyeshadow that I'm not interested in using up. I'm only interested in using the other three. I am working on this shade right here as part of my new project 10 pen. It's a satin champagne color, but I use it to set my eyeshadow primer, and then I do my eyeshadow on top. Seems to be working well enough for that, even though it's not a matte shade. As long as it works, that's all that matters to me. Then I have another primer. This is the one I'm currently using. It's the one from Touch in Sol, the No Pore Blend Primer. I said it without struggling. I always butcher the name. But yeah, I'm approximately like maybe down to here, maybe. Really enjoy it. This has been my third little sample of product that I've used, and I really like it. Something that's really hard for me to tell progress on is this eyeshadow primer from Kat Von D. This is the high voltage eye primer to prime and correct. I took this with me on vacation to hopefully try to use it faster. And honestly, guys, I was using this to even blend under my darker under eyes. I was hoping that it would make it look, make me go through this one a little faster. The thing is that with this product, you need the smallest amount to make it to go a long way. So I could easily overdo it with this one, so I had to be very careful. I was like, when I get home, I'm gonna continue to use this as my concealer for under my eyes, but then I forgot I have my concealers in my Pan That palette. So as long as I have the concealers from my Pan That palette working, this is gonna go only on my eyelids. Once I finish those, then I'll start multitasking this one as well, but it's hard to tell. I even try to do like comparison like this, but there's a ton of air in here. I can feel the air. I even tried opening it up and then like squeezing it from the sides to get air in here so I can bring the product down and then squeeze it up by putting the air out first, but it didn't work. So it's gonna take a long time before I can see actual progress on this guy. And then I have a face powder, the Too Faced Peach Perfect Loose Setting Powder. I've used about half of this. This was pretty full, almost to the top when I started it. I mean, it was new. It was new, but the product doesn't go all the way to the top when it's new. It's almost to the top. I hope that makes sense. But I've used about half of it. I love this powder. This is what I use to set my under eye, and it doesn't matter what concealers I use. This always makes my eyes look really nice. No like crepiness or creepiness or dry looking. I think it's a great powder. I do have a backup of that one, which is why I wanted to use it at least one this year. I think it's gonna take me maybe another 3 months to use up the rest, and then I'll only have 6 months left to use up any other loose powders that I might have. And then lastly, for products that I've made progress on, I have an eyeshadow from ColourPop. This is the 6 in the Sky Super Shock Shadow. And I've only increased the pen on this one by just a little bit. That's what it looks like right now. I only use this a handful of times, especially during the holidays. Like for Christmas parties and stuff, I was doing a glittery red eye. So yeah, increase the pen, not that much because like I said, I only used it a handful of times. Definitely getting dry. It was a little clumpy, but I did use an eyeshadow glue, and I didn't have any fallout on my skin. So that's that one for this eyeshadow. So I still have items in my bag here that I haven't touched, but hopefully, you know, I do have about 8 months left in the year, 8 or 9 months left to work on these items. So we'll see how many more I can use. So just as a recap real quick, I have another foundation. This is a stick foundation from Tarte. This is the clay stick in the color light medium neutral. Haven't used it at all. There it is, brand new. Hopefully once I finish those other two, I can get working on this guy. Then I have a couple of primers. I have the YSL Touche Éclat Blur Primer. This is a deluxe size, and then I have a full size from number 7. This is the Skin Illuminator. Oh, is this a primer? It says I can use it on its own before foundation or mixed with foundation. So we'll see how I get to using it. Then I have a couple of highlighters. I have this one from Catrice. This is the highlighting powder in the color Champagne Campaign in the color 02. Chic Geek was using this as an all over face powder. I don't know if I can get away with using it like that. So once I finish the highlighter that I'm working on for my Panda palette, I would like to give this a go, see if I can make it work that way. If not, then I'll have to use it as an actual like highlighter. And then I have this one from Becca in the color Vanilla Quartz. This one is broken. I meant to repress it after filming the intro, but I never got to it. So it's still there, it's still broken, still haven't used it. Then something you guys were very worried about is this bronzer from Bobbi Brown. This is a mini mini shimmer brick in the color bronze. I did drop this in the intro video, but as you guys can see, nothing happened to it, so yay. That's this one. I have two bronzers in my Panda palette, so I don't know if I'm gonna get to that one. Then I have another loose highlighter-ish. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Glow powder. This has a little bit of a shimmer to it, and it looks too shimmery for my taste. I can't use it under the eye as a setting powder. It's just, like I said, it's just too much, and it does look like a hot mess when I use it just like that. So I have to be very light-handed with it in sparse areas. I can't use it all over. Then I have two eyeshadows. One is from ColourPop. I haven't used it. This is in the color Fringe. I haven't hit pan on this one or anything. I have used it a few times, as you guys can see right here where it's been worn out, but not enough to make a significant dent in it. And then I have another one that's kind of like a loose pigment. It's a lot darker in shade. This is the Marc Jacobs Blitz Glitz in the color Sequence. I think that's the color Sequence. And it's a very pretty, like purpley, not berry, plummy color. Very glittery, very pretty. This has a ton of product, 3.5 grams, so there's no way I'm gonna finish it, but like I said in my intro, I would like to at least get started on it and maybe hit pan. Then I have two palettes. I have the Naked Flush palette from Urban Decay. For sure, I know I'm not gonna get to this one at all. This one has a highlighter, blush, and bronzer. I am working on a cream eyeshadow palette for my Partners in Cream. Is it that one? Partners in Cream? I think so. And it has 3 cream shades. That's gonna take me all year, so there's no way I'm gonna touch this. This is probably gonna be a rollover for next year. And then the Aurora Glow Kit from Anastasia. I did have quite a bit of progress on this guy. I used up the shade here in Eclipse, and then I mixed a chunk of Helia and Luna, and I mixed it up here because this one's kind of green and this is just way too silvery. Once I mixed a chunk of them, it made a pretty, I think, workable color for my liking. That's the color right there. And I could wear it, you know, on my face. So it's like the same thing. Once I finish the other product, I'm gonna move into this one from my Panda palette. I have a highlighter there. So if I could just finish this one, that'd be super awesome. And we'll see how much more progress I can do on the guy. But for now, guys, that's it. That's where I'm at with these products. My next update's gonna be in another 3 or 4 months, maybe. Maybe instead of doing 4 3-month updates, I'm just gonna do 3 4-month updates, and then just so we can kind of keep track of it that way. So for now, that's all I have to share with you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna have as many empties as I did this first time around, just because I feel like I used up the easier products first, but I do have quite a bit of progress in a lot more challenging items. So hopefully next update is gonna be another good and exciting one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.